Good evening, and welcome to the Foul Play Podcast. I am your host, DM Jeff Ball, and welcome to episode 5 of the Foul Play Podcast, where we are going evil for Halloween. Part of September, all of October this year, we are running Pathfinder 1st Edition, Hell's Vengeance, and seeing how far we can get before All Hallows Eve. With me tonight, several of our talented Mongers, including continuing her cameo debut, the lovely and talented Alexandria Tamlin Ball.
Hello.
Several miscreants who you know. Let's start with my favorite Pathfinder 2nd Edition rules lawyer, someone that has actually helped the Age of Ashes show immensely. Mr. Joe Gibson is in the house tonight.
Hello, hello.
And always larger than life, always great acting, subpar player, but you know, because he's such a great actor, we let some of his hijinks go. Mr. Frank Hamilton's in the house tonight.
Hello, everybody.
And the star of our show, yeah, that's right, Frank, it rotates.
I know, right?
Mr. Matt Witt is in the house tonight.
Good evening.
A half giant, a Damphir, a human rogue, a tiefling, and a alchemist doctor that's missing, so absorbed in his work he won't be joining us this evening. A barbarian, an oracle, a rogue, and an inquisitor walk into a bar. Maybe you've heard this, no? Gentlemen and lady, the last time we left you, you had successfully completed your second mission for Res Largo, and he bids you good day. Go downstairs, get your party on, get your gold, sharpen your masterwork weapons from the last mission, and prepare for an early morning the next day. Is there anything besides the absence of one professor that you guys would like to accomplish, speak about, or, you know, prepare while the evening is still late and at hand? Anyone?
I'm good. So to speak.
Oh, don't have to. You know, you guys get a good night's sleep and see what they have in store for you
Normally, I
tomorrow.
would feast on the blood of the victims of this evening's escapades, but unfortunately, there were none. So, next time.
All right. The next day, you arise, and once more, Simri bids you to join her upstairs with a, you know, our mission giver, Res Largo. Cue Simri to do that.
All right, I did just wake up. Gentlemen, if you could please come this way. Our benefactor would like to speak to us once more.
Who?
The man who pays.
Oh, yeah.
Shadowy guy.
Reach over and smack the nearest guy. Get up. Time to go.
What? Oh, Garion. It's not very nice to wake somebody up in this manner.
I gotta ask, as a Damphir, where do you sleep? How do you sleep? Like, are you like on the coffee table, you know, in the fireplace, or are you just like lounging on the couch like a college guy? Like, I'm just
Hanging
curious.
from my feet, hanging by my feet from the rafters.
Nice. So he's halfway up the stairs. He just reaches up and like tweaks your head as you're swinging there, right?
No, he just stands up. And...
Yeah, really. I guess he's that tall.
Hey.
You are the brute squad, right? So, as usual, a certain vicious pet curled up, keeping one eye on you. The screens, a little bit of backlighting, and an all too familiar voice, as well as a silhouette, beckons you greetings and gets into it. Nothing more than an errand today, but one well suited to your skills. I met with the Baron last night. Roslargo's silhouette inclines a hand towards a stack of rolled parchments that you can see on the table. He has issued several new decrees that he'd like posted across town to inform the citizenry. You guys go over and have a peek?
Yep. Grab a scroll.
Okay.
Open it up. Have a gander.
We have a handout. Dun, da, da. Now, for the, I'll fix this for the video audience, but I will read it aloud in the voice of the Baron, as it were. For those in the podcasting audience. Okay. First of all, though, I'd like to show you the man himself. This is Archbaron Fex. Recently did a spot on GQ. Isn't that great? Don't ask me where I got that from.
I know where you got that from.
All citizens and visitors to the town of Longacre, by order of his lordship Darius Fex, Archbaron of Longacre, and in accordance with the wishes of her infernal matrix, Queen Abigail II of the thrice-damned House of Thrune, the following decrees are now in effect. Longacre's western gate, known as the Castle Gate, is closed until further notice. All travel into and out of Longacre must employ the north or the south gates and be officially sanctioned. Only the Archbaron's agents, sanctioned local businesses, or those displaying a writ of passage bearing the seal of House Fex will be granted passage. All others must obtain a... And then there's like a little bit of a smudge. like you almost picture the guy pausing and it's like, should I decree a writ? Should I, how are we going to go about this kind of thing? And then he continues, yes, writ of passage bearing the seal of House Fex will be granted passage. All others must obtain a writ from the Longacre notary or do business elsewhere. Longacre citizens shall not congregate in groups numbering greater than 6 in private, or numbers greater than 12 in public. Exceptions...
Do they all have...
Sorry?
Do they all have to wear facial coverings as well?
Perhaps. It's not the hot... Longacre is not the hot spot. I don't care. Exceptions will be made only for families, inner circles, with more than 6 members, or for individuals undertaking the natural course of their business. Gatherings for the purposes of celebration, education, or religion are not exempt from this order. A curfew is now in effect, from the hour after dusk to the hour before dawn. No citizen of Longacre is allowed upon the town streets without a writ of exception bearing the seal of House Fex. The Archbaron's agents, such as yourselves, and sanctioned local businesses are exempt from this order. Those seeking a writ of exemption may apply at the Longacre notary. Any person found in violation of these mandates or any other laws and sanctions of Longacre will be considered seditious agents and are subject to questioning, imprisonment, and summary judgment. Everybody looks over the tiefling. By the Archbaron of Longacre and officials of the town government. For the prosperity of Longacre, the protection of the Empire, and the glory of House Thrune, Darius Fex, Archbaron of Longacre. Okay, now this is actually Reslargo waiting for you guys to pick up the note and doing his impression of the Baron. so you guys actually have that ambient like voice in your head, but it's actually Reslargo like doing his impression of him. That's why there's like a dash of Reslargo in there. Anyway, he waits and lets you guys read it over, and then does his little spiel doing the impression. Post these decrees at the notice post in the church square, the jail, the Last Stand Tavern, and the castle gate. And while you're in the jail, stop by the sheriff's office. And the head just slightly inclines towards Simri. The Archbaron has a second decree for you to deliver. And
Simri nods.
yeah, he motions for you to pick up a folded page from the table, Simri. Something else.
Okay.
One that dismisses Rona Stalish as the sheriff of Longacre. Long pause as the shadowy head sees if there's any reaction from Simri.
She tries to steal herself, but I don't know. We could try and do a bluff on that one.
Sure. Get Orlando. The steal's getting worse all the time.
Basically. Ooh. Oh.
Perhaps there's a little bit of love left in the family heart after all.
Whopping 15. I'm totally fine with this.
Yeah, not bad at all. You have until noon today. Perform as reliably as you have in the last 2 tasks for me, and I'll pay what we agreed upon for your first task. If this assignment goes smoothly, the Archbaron would like to meet with you. It sounds as though he might have some civil positions for you to fill. Any questions?
None so far. But if any come up, I shall ask.
No, seriously, I have like a whole bunch. I have a page of NPC dialogue. Just knock yourselves out. Throw anything at me. Anything else.
What are these positions? After you made me read that tome, picking up the posters that we have to go on, the paper just falls down. Ka-tunk, ka-tunk, ka-tunk. Oh,
Whoops.
damn. Yes, what positions are you possibly offering?
Me? Current employment, but if this goes smoothly, the Baron has, as I said, asked for an introduction, and what he has in store for you, I suppose it could be a civil post or something better. No, I meant, do you have any questions about this mission specifically?
When Garion is putting decree up, is he judge, jury, and executioner? Yes, Garion would like that.
You just see like the shadow of the head just slowly tilt, like really, really sharply and slowly, like, There will be grumbling, of course, but most of Longacre citizens know their place, Garion. For those that don't, well, I should think the Archbaron will need a sterner sheriff than the one he has.
Yes, Garion would like that job. He is good at punishing and biting. He rolls up one of the papers, kind of proudly marches off.
I have had many dealings with the Archbaron in the past. This is merely but one more, but I assure you, perform well, and meeting the Baron of these lands will serve your pocketbooks, money purses, and, shall we say, future in Cheliax greatly.
Would these restrictions not tend to fan the flames of dissent even further? What is the purpose? In my hometown, when we tried to clamp these rules down on the thralls, it wasn't as effective as we would have liked. We found it took a gentler hand on the whip.
In times of peace, I'm sure. I believe the Archbaron Fex is taking word of this glorious reclamation very seriously. Rather than seeing Longacre become a mire of fetid thinking, I believe he seeks to steel his holdings against it before it takes root.
That is wise.
These laws shall remain in effect until the Baron decrees otherwise, I suppose.
Well then, this shall be done. Grabs up all the parchments.
Okay. He gestures for Simmery, if you guys are done, to lead you guys back down to the parlor and prepare whatever you wish and however you wish, but you have until noon to deliver these papers to 4 different points in the town. The church, a well-known tavern, the sheriff's house, which I'm sure Simmerly probably wants, like, the sheriff's post probably last. And the gate that they're closing, the west gate.
We should do the gate first.
I
Simmery
agree.
instructs.
And I think we should do the sheriff's office and the church as a group. We can drop the gate notice and the bar notice. Like, we can split up and send a couple people to one, couple people to the other. But I think the big public putting up and the sheriff, we're going to want everybody on hand if, you know.
Splitting the party as early as episode 5. I hope you have backup characters. Well, brilliant idea. Sure. No, I'm just razzing. Whatever you guys want to do.
You just Raz Largoing.
I'm just largling. That's good. Force point.
Sweet.
Garion,
Some other game.
you seem awfully capable of stopping carts if they come hurtling towards you. Do you want to take the gate?
Garion, close gate.
Garion, close gate.
He just nods. All right.
So there's 4 of you. Are we going 2 and 2? Oh, you're just sending Garion by himself.
2 and 2 would probably be good. I think our next largest and maybe beefiest character would be our tiefling.
Well, I guess the first question without the presser is who is our guardian? Who is our Garion buddy? You know, Garion's got to have the buddy system.
Who's the handler?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go with Garion.
A lovely Danfear has been doing a great job.
Yep. So the Barbarian and Oracle are going to the gate, and the Inquisitor and Rogue are going where?
Bar.
To the tavern.
Yeah. We're
All
going
right.
drinking. I mean, we're going to work.
Okay.
Wait. What?
It's okay, Garen. We'll save you one.
Garion has chosen poorly.
All right. Let's you guys you got your gear, you've got your regular equipment, you got your master of weapons, you guys got your money. Any purchases this morning anywhere, any extra stuff? Like you have a mission if you think you need to buy something to make it happen. Now Simmery scampers about the tea house. That's, this place is kind of run down, but there are some bent nails and a hammer that she can collect, so you guys can post this stuff. And
Yep.
You know.
So we'll split up, drop the first notices, meet back at the church, drop the notice at the church together, and then move to the sheriff's office. Sound good?
Okay.
Awesome.
So the idea,
break.
I'm assuming though, whoever gets to church first will just wait till the others do show up, or
Yes.
they're not coming. We'll go look for them, right? Okay. Okay. Well, let's have a little look at Longacre itself. So, drawing your attention to the map. It's the map. It's the map.
It's a big map.
It
Yeah,
is.
it is.
It is a big map. And now that you're out among the civilian populace once more.
The peoples.
The
Where do we start
peoples.
at? Oh, is this the town square, kind of right dead center,
Yes.
with that white kind of
I-
border?
I
assume it's like a
believe that-
courtyard.
I believe so. And the way it's, where are we here? The way it's set up. Now the arrow denotes the second best tavern, the rundown place where you guys were first met Simri, and she drafted you guys, contracted you, whatever. So let's start easily, okay? There are 3 gates on this map. Now, north is actually to the west. North is actually left on this map. So the west gate is actually the one on the bottom. The gate that travels off and winds away to the left, or the north, is to remain open by Baron's decree. The one near the arrow, where you guys have your favorite tavern, and you met Simri, to the right, is the south gate, which leaves the one on the bottom center, the west gate. And this is where you're going to trot off to. Okay? Let me just double check here, my own little map. Dun, 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 dun.
Which place is Rislargos?
You know what? I have I need a moment.
I have no idea.
No, yeah, thanks for calling me out on that.
Yeah, no problem.
Talk amongst yourselves, and Joe just calls me at it. He has no idea. DM prep. Scan. No, they give me a map with no there's no key.
markers on it.
It's markered. Like, I have a DM map with numbers, but it's like there's no you know what? To speed this along, or like to help us out, because obviously I have fumbled. I'm going to show you guys my map.
Ooh.
Because, well, there's no legend, right? So now it's fine. It's redundant. You just see, buildings that are numbered. So drawing your attention now to the labeled but not legend map, right? Number 3, bottom center, is our west gate. The 2 of us are going to.
Oh, okay.
Right? Where are we here? So actually, I'd like to start with that. So we got Garion and the Oracle trudging along. If you guys have any kind of plan, I mean, the gate is likely guarded.
Yes, Garion immediately goes towards the tavern.
Hey,
Where are you going? Gary, the
Close
gate is this
on
way.
empty stomach. It's foolish.
There will be
Must
plenty
eat.
of time afterwards.
Doesn't take long to close gate. Just push it.
he's thinking like a garden gate. That's awesome. All right, so yeah, like you guys are halfway to the gate, and then Garion does a 90-degree turn and heads towards the, the closest tavern, which happens to be the one the other 2 are headed for. So what do, Mr. Oracle?
Garion,
Yeah.
where are you going?
Food.
Food after. We must
Food
take care
now.
of this gate first.
Food now.
This will not take long, my friend. And your meal is on me. For your help.
Oh. You just see the wheels turning so slowly. No one's
He's
oiled.
just trying to on you.
Come, my friend.
Why would food be on you?
Sushi style.
Garion's supposed to eat you.
Oh God! No, I just got like with the naked belly, and he's just in that pose, and he got sushi on there, and oh God! Thank you for putting that in my
Be
head.
gentle with the chopsticks.
Garion just grunts in disapproval, but allows himself to be redirected. He's kind of used to being kind of just turned. But
Yeah,
fine.
we'll do this. All right.
I'm not happy.
Garion doesn't like
Kinda
it, but
scowls and moves towards the gate twice as fast.
to make up for lost time. Well, he's hungry, right? Did you get hangry? Angry, hungry? Is that something we can look forward to?
Like the
He's
Hulk.
always angry.
What's that? You're always...
Always. Just wait till I start taking the cannibal feats.
Oh.
Jesus. What book did you find those in?
Those are regular barbarian feats, dude. As soon as you start getting bite attacks, they're nasty.
Oh my
Damn.
God. So
Yes.
not
Yes,
evil.
I plan on getting Gary's too
Not evil, just hungry.
He's really too stupid to be outright evil. He's just, what? Food? Move? Eat?
It's already in my mouth. Just
Right?
Okay, so drawing your attention to the actual scale, the very bottom left of the map where the number 2 is, on a structure that's out of town, in like just on the edge of the wood there,
Yep.
that is the Ash House.
Okay.
Okay. Legends and such. And where's my tea house? Or is it the Ash House? I think I've got my houses backwards. Wouldn't that be funny? Anyway, I believe that's where you guys are staying. So one of you guys are probably going to walk right to the gate, through it, and then the rest of them are going to continue on to where the arrow was, to number 8, to the Last Stand Tavern. So technically, unless somebody wants to take a long way around, you guys could do the gates together and then go on to the next one, or just leave 2 guys to barter and hammer, and the other 2 just, run off. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, no, we'll stay, wait till the party gets through, and then
close the gates.
close the gates. Yeah.
Close the gates behind us.
now
Well,
I'm
I-
thinking of a good
I'm gonna
question.
try the diplomatic approach first. I'm gonna see if I can convince the guards to close the gates.
All right. So we have our plan here, finally. So allow me to show you what you guys see. And this is going to be interesting. So I'm going to pull up a map here. Whoop.
But the Baron's men in town already know that these decrees are going up, right? So the guards would already be on our side, wouldn't they?
No, you are the Baron's men.
Ah, so we get to convince the guards, yeah, we work for the Baron, and obey us.
Pretty much.
Or die.
It's like you will probably find supporters, that come out of the woodwork. But it's pretty much, us against the town. As opposed to save the town and win over the town in a regular venture, it's like you guys are here to enforce the ruler's laws, whether the townspeople, guards, bakers, candlestick makers like it or not. And like, as evil as you may be, there's murder with witnesses in the middle of town square that causes riots. These are like a lot of people, and then there's what bumps in the night, So
That does it. I'm taking the oratory feats. Hungarian
just
divided
Nikolai.
cannot stand.
So a double map here. The left is the bottom level. The right is like the upper level. That's why you can't see the gate on the second side. And there's like the crinoline top, right? Okay. So from said top on the right side, okay, there's a woman. And she sees you guys approaching up the road. And as you guys get closer to the gate, she just watches you guys approach, possibly will hail, and now we have our oracle standing out in the middle of the road. You said you wanted to hail the guard. You see one at the moment.
Yep. Well, first I'm just going to go up to the gate.
Okay.
Should I put it on the inside or the outside? What do you think? Probably on the outside.
Well, before you actually get to said gate, she actually hails you. So as soon as you appear on the map, Nikolai, there is the actual, hey there, you can just ignore them and just start hammering, but they do start talking to you. So, Simmery and Tithe are just trying to do the scoot through nod, or are you guys going to tarry?
Are they? No.
No?
Continue on.
Okay. So
This
place
isn't the first time we come through the gate.
We, we are proud, independent women. We can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure you can. You got this. You got this. You totally
we
got this.
man. We got this.
You got this. It's fine. It's going to be fine. I'm sure there will be no...
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, right?
Map doesn't load. I currently see nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's taking a long time too.
Arian has closed. Ooh.
I will reshare. There you go. How's that?
There
Does that
you
help?
go. That does help.
That does help. So, getting back to the good people of Longacre, a female guard wearing leathers stands up from a chair, and you get I hate to say it, but you get like from the chest up through the crenolines of the tower, like the python. What are you doing? That kind of thing.
Stupid English Canadians.
What are you doing on the tower? Sorry, I didn't mean to go there. I just thought I could describe something to pique your interest or to bring up a visual, because it's my job. I'm supposed to describe stuff so you can picture it in your head.
Sweet. I'm gonna need some of that. Or actually, no. I'm gonna cheat and use your map on the Twitch stream and see if I can work with that.
Okay.
So
So
the map's not loading.
the castle gate is 2 towers, a single round structure about 15 feet wide. The gates are giant double wooden doors. There's a significantly high wood and stone wall, but just to the right of the gate is your actual sort of guard tower, your square little mini castle tower, 2-story, right? The ground level and the second story. And it's about 25 feet, across. There's a little door going in the front of it, which I thought was kind of funny.
Wouldn't we be on the other side? Of
Yeah. I'm thinking the way they've got this is like maybe you guys,
Yeah, that actually looks like it makes sense. Take us to the other side. Take me
Right.
to the other side.
Right. So even though you can't really see it very well on the top back right corner, she's sitting there, and then she stands up and comes over to the corner here and calls down to you guys. Now Simri knows, like, there's 3 gates in and out. Don't want to be seen. You certainly don't want to be tracked back to the ash house. So it's not like we've climbed over a wall, but Simri has had you guys avoid gate guard interrogation back and forth a couple of times. You know what I mean? Like, they've seen you passing, but there's always we jump in with merchants, or, you know what I mean? This is the kind of thing where she's finally decided to, have a good look at you, scrutinize, that kind of thing. And you guys are sort of, there's no one around that you can kind of sneak through with. So it's like, oh, crap. So, Longacre's western gate looks almost as if some great giant picked it up, the stone gate, from a rugged frontier fort and dropped it across the road leading into town. A set of weathered wooden doors stands open in the fortified stone itself. Merely a stone tower. Knowledge local Simri.
I'll try that again. 1 second.
No problem.
Roll. 18.
The gatekeepers of the West Gate are Bolucia and Denton Grammel, a married couple. This gate itself is a bit of a symbol for Westgate, for the town's residents. It's sort of a symbol of grit and determination because of its rugged shape and how it's held up against wars in the past. For the town's honorary gatekeepers, these two, managing it is a very solemn charge. So even though they seem very laid back, they take their job very seriously. You know the 2 of them live in a house that's nearby, practically a stone's throw away. And that's all I can tell you with an 18 for now. There may be more.
So we have a cozy old couple at the tannery, and now we have this cozy old couple. For a really dark and evil empire, there sure are.
I never said they were old. I never said they were old. I just said they're Grammel. I know the name Grammel kind of employs like grandma, but no, they're in their 40s. They look like they're,
Ancient.
in medieval times, right? Good thing we got married at 12, eh? We would have been an old maid, yeah. That kind of thing. So, again, calling out to you guys, oh, there, travelers. You guys roll up. And Matt, you want to call out, or were you guys just going to go right, smile, and just go right for like a piece of wood and start hammering?
Yes.
All right.
We'll go through the gate, and I'll stop there. Motion for Simmery and Tithe to continue on their way.
Get out of here quick.
Yeah.
Before the cops see you, right?
If I could trouble you for a word,
Okay.
fairest gatekeeper.
Now, Garen, you talked about like just closing them. You guys are on the inside. You just grab them, shut them, and start banging the notice on the inside while he's talking to her, or did you have some other plan?
What?
You were talking about as soon as you got here, you wanted to close the gates.
Garion holds up paper. Papers say close doors. Close doors. He's kind of waving this paper around.
Okay.
Close doors.
What? We've kept this town safe and this gate open, except for nights and holidays, for all of 18 years. Dent and I have minded it. What are you talking about? You have a paper that says we have to close it now.
We bring word from the Archbaron.
Okay. So you read off the decree to her?
Yep.
Okay.
Spiely, spiely, spiely. Close the door.
Okay. You're fired, right? Don't need you here if the gate's closed. No.
Paper does not mention their jobs. They can continue to guard the gate.
Yeah, that's true. You don't have to oust them. She becomes upset and continues shouting quite loudly down to you. No cowpile baron and his trumped up Dougberries are gonna make us close it. Leave that alone. Yo, talking to you.
Little diplomatizing. Got a 17.
My lady, perhaps it is not best to use such terms to describe your liege lord. Things in this town are going to take a change very soon, and you will want to make sure you are on the right side.
Not far from the inside of the gate, the first row of houses, that kind of thing. Let's see if we can. Well, there's a nearby house, and Simmery, right? You guys are like heading off and away, and you're just getting to the edge of earshot, and you hear, sure enough, the tower keeper going off. Of course they weren't going to like this. And out comes Dent, the husband, from the nearby house, wondering what's all the fuss is about. So he approaches. The woman just stands up there with hands on her hip and just waggling a finger at you like, no, we're not going to, you open it, or, as soon as you guys leave, we're just going to leave it open. You can't make us keep it closed, because that's the thing. You guys close it. As soon as you leave, the gatekeepers could just swing it open and, that kind of thing. So the hubby rolls up on you guys, wanting to know what all the fuss is about. Apparently your diplomacy check of 17 is good, but not quite good enough. Nikolai.
Force point. No, okay.
Did we want to try intimidation?
Garion?
Well, if someone's not hopping to it, Garion will shake the paper one more time.
Okay.
Papers say close gate now.
So this guy in his mid-40s rolls up on you guys from about 15 feet away, place him on the corner, and, wife's up there calling down, explaining what's going on. And, again, the two of them go red-faced, get very upset. They seem to be taking the whole thing personally. Their pride seems to be insulted, and they just keep going off on you. No, we're not, you can't make us, that kind of stuff. Waggling
Garion
their fingers.
Gate.
Okay. Garion closes the gate.
I'll
If
pull out
Simmery's-
all of the hammers that I have
Yeah.
and a bunch of nails, throw them on the ground, and begin casting.
Okay. What do you cast?
Animate tools.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Someone's showing off.
Yeah, I know.
Takes time. It is literally a 10-minute casting spell.
Oh,
so
jeez.
Oh,
get your angry face on.
so he's like just dancing around these tools. Everyone stops arguing and watches him for like 9.5 minutes. The guy actually leans into Gary and like, what's he doing? just speaking in, where are you from? Ustalov, right? You just,
Ustalov,
you're
yeah.
from Ustalov. You just get in the Gaelic on. Oh, that's Transylvanian, right? Da, 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 da. Only 5 more
Garion's
minutes.
still kind of scratching his head, trying to figure out how to close gate.
Yeah.
Garion, push here? Question mark.
Garion steps through the gate and then closes it on his own boot. And it won't, like, he's not figuring out that he has to walk backwards, bringing the gate with him because it closes in, and they put the bar down. So he's standing in its own way and he's pulling it. It won't go past his own feet, right? He's having trouble with this.
Immediately rages.
Rips the gate down. Problem solved. Okay, so like they're not gonna stop your little mojo dance there as you're dancing around nails or whatever. And Garion is having trouble with the gate.
I would just pull the gate shut or push it shut or whatever side I'm on. That's what I do.
Okay. They don't seem to be taking much action besides, jumping up and down. The guy isn't armed at the moment. You would assume there's probably weapons in the tower. And like I said, they're just saying that, they refuse, that kind of thing, stop that kind of thing. But they don't move to stop you from actually physically closing the gate. And again, it's pretty obvious that as soon as you guys leave, they'll probably just open it later.
Or try to, because I'm about to task a bunch of hammers and nails to nail the freaking thing shut.
Okay. So
Since we're there in passing and Simri knows them, she would lean over to Dent and explain that the Baron is concerned about the current rumors about, these religious groups coming up, and possibly there was more rumors of them coming from the west side. So in order to protect the town, he wanted this gate closed, and they are the only 2 people who we can trust to make sure the gate can stay closed. Bluffing my ass off.
Okay. Well, she moves fast. What the audience missed, though, I did catch Alex, is she was making walking motions like, we go back, because I did call out that the 2 of them heard the yelling. And what the audience missed, because I cut you off, was that you guys immediately, like 180 and just start walking back. So they're, your comrades arrive upon the scene and she leans in with this lovely lie of 22, but they're not having it. The cow-piled Baron is just full of it. You believe that? I don't believe that. I mean, they don't even believe something like an actual official writ. Butcher of the Bent Nail. I actually noticed this is Garion, Butcher of the Bent Nail. He's doing strength checks.
I have a rank in butchery. He's a working man.
Okay.
But he's like got his foot planted firmly in front of the gate.
Yeah.
And he's pulling on it against his own boot.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's trying to wrestle the gate shut.
Well, the good news is, like, in ye old terms, without combat, like, intimidate is like a full minute, diplomacy, type of thing. So as you guys are burning these attempts and seeing what they do, a good 2 or 3 minutes, or we can even say 5's gone by. He's still casting. You're still fighting with the gate. Simri comes back and, starts lying about, the reasons. What's Tithe doing? Did you come back with her?
Yeah, I'm just
Shunning the non-believers.
yeah. They're pushing the buttons here.
Oh, is it sermon time? Some kind of diplomacy or intimidate from you, sir?
No, not right yet. Everybody seems to have this under control for now. For now, anyways. And we'll see what happens. And
He doesn't want to knock the dust off that awesome power just yet.
no, not yet.
Simri will scoff and, in Nikolai and Garion's direction, say that perhaps buying a very strong padlock will help keep the gate shut. You have the funds. And she turns and walks off with Tithe.
Okay. Do you go with her?
Yeah.
Because you have like the 5'4"
guys,
human girl.
I'm sure
like...
these two gentlemen can handle an old man and an old woman.
No, I just. We're always talking about how big Garion is. You're like a 6 foot something.
6'4".
Yeah, the guy is Hellboy. The guy's like 6'4", great big chain around his tummy, and holding this giant Bible. And Simri just like, come with me, and drags him off. It's like, wow.
Why do you think she chose him?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm like, all right.
I've seen Garion in action. I'm sure he can handle 2 old people.
Yeah.
Garion has handled many old people. Wait. What?
So, we've, they're having at you guys, insulting or whatever. Garion, you've moved off of the gate, so you've had enough of trying to close it?
No, he'll close the gate however long it takes. I just don't have a map, so I'm just moving my figure on a blank loading screen.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a map to interact with.
They're happy to scoff their pride and insult the crap out of the Baron and you guys if you're standing there listening. So one's playing with the gate, and our 10-minute comes up, and then
The hammers and nails elevate into the air.
Yeah.
And start and begin driving the notice up, as well as nailing one gate to the other gate. And as soon as that starts, I'll turn. I'll say, Gideon, grab that, and I'll point to the crossbar thing
okay.
and
All right.
Put that into those slots right there.
Garion will do as instructed and start piling whatever he can find that's obscenely heavy up against the doors as well.
All right. The hammer and nail animate and break into song. You two rest, we will hammer down this nest. Da, 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 da. I just get right into it. It's quite the spell he's got going. All right. They Bo at the top threatens there'll be trouble. Stop that. The guy closes, does not roll up on you, but gets closer and just starts, hey, stop that kind of thing. Now there's got to be either in the gatehouse or something close by for doing just that. So like I said, as long as these two are just yelling at you and don't engage, moments pass and Garion finds a rock, the bar, that kind of thing, and you guys just start locking her down. Hammers and the nails are singing and hammering away, right?
they're going to keep going for 8 hours.
Nice spell.
He's got a hammer and 4 nails. He demolishes like a whole. Like if it just keeps hammering on the gate, you could actually break the gate if you're not careful. No, this is a heavy gate, man. Like I don't think little nails are really gonna do much.
Probably not, but they might be able to nail the bar in place.
Mm-hmm. Or you direct them to the most advantageous. Do you have a knowledge engineering?
No, I do not have knowledge engineering.
Okay, give me an intelligence check. Your best,
It's not terrible, but it's not great either.
Yeah.
8.
Okay.
This
Nice.
will hold. One nail.
Garion grabs a giant, obvious, heavy wooden bar.
Speaking of which, did you know that there's a legitimate reason for the Count being the Count? Total sidebar, but I read a really great article about it, how in Transylvanian folklore, you could tell a person was a vampire if they counted uncontrollably.
Huh.
Not even kidding.
I did read that. That was awesome. I think on the same Reddit page.
Yeah, probably. Anyways, unsidebar. I'll look up to the lady above.
Fair maiden, you must calm yourself. This is not my decision. This is the decision of your liege lord, the Archbaron, and like him or not, if you go against his wishes, I can personally guarantee bad things will happen to you.
Ooh, the smooth intimidate, if you please. Yeah.
Big number. 20.
Nice.
Garion, do you aid?
Aid me.
Aid you and
He
yes,
doesn't. He doesn't even have to say anything. He just accidentally drops a boulder in the ground, rocks. So, whoops.
Garion is not afraid to stack bodies on this side of the door.
Ooh, good
Ooh.
one. I like that.
Let's see.
That orange
5.
one extra flagon of mead.
And as he says he's not afraid to stack bodies, he starts giggling. it really detracts from the whole thing.
He's pointing to the far side of the gate. He's like, our enemy? What? Or it's just such a wild comment that it doesn't compute with the civilians. They're like, eh? However, a 20 for the intimidate, which just by the way. Sometimes the diplomacy DC is lower than the intimidate. Sometimes the intimidate DC is lower than the diplomacy. So, yeah, they shut up and back off. The woman comes down, emerges from the gate carrying a heavy crossbow, and the two of them stalk off into their home with a lot of choice words for you guys over their shoulder and still going on about the Baron. But they seem cowed enough that they leave and leave you guys to your work. Giving Tithe and Simri just a bit of a lead. Maybe have you guys show up, to make things interesting. Let's move on to the next part of our adventure, where our next map, you guys arrive at
Dun, dun, dun.
the
Dun,
last,
dun,
the
I'll
last
instruct
stand.
the,
yeah.
the hammer to maintain position on top of the crossbar.
Come again?
So the hammer, it's still animated, so I just tell it to rest on top of the crossbar on the
wait
door.
here for me, that kind of thing.
Actually, you know what? I'll bring him with me. He can float along. He can tack up the next notice too. It's gonna work. Last for 8 hours. Why should I swing a hammer?
Swinging a hammer is so pedestrian.
I know. It's beneath me, quite frankly.
All right.
See, this one loaded right up for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
This one's not loading for me.
Oh.
Chugga, chugga, chugga.
So Simri and Tithe, with the proverbial, lead on these two, because you guys wandered off somewhere between the 5 and 10 minute mark. The bottom of the map here, you guys run up on the Last Stand Tavern. A wide, basically rectangular structure with that great big Pioneer Steakhouse deck. I mean, the thing that's like 10 feet deep, and it runs around the corner a little bit, all the way across the front of the building, and then around the side corner, giving a 10-foot wide stairway or plus on sort of the right side coming up. And as it rounds the corner, this deck has another little sort of rampy aperture coming up, also in plain view. They may have tables out here during the summer or, that type of thing, or just people tie your horses. However, there is ample space along the wall or, right here at the top of the stairs kind of thing, the big obvious post where, notices and people, I'll do your lawn, $5, that type of thing. All kinds of stuff tacked up there. What do you two do?
That is the place we will approach.
Okay.
Hey, look, the big notice board. I wonder what goes here.
Gee, I don't know.
I don't know, Ralph. What do you think?
Oh, there we go. I finally loaded. Yay.
Okay. The tavern lies before you. And look, north is up this time. I'm so happy about that. I hate sideways maps. It's like, especially for a podcast. So,
Venture forth to the notice board.
Yeah.
Which is over here somewhere.
So it's, you guys are like somewhere between noon and like 1 o'clock, and, just head up there. And are we doing the stealth approach? Or are we just doing the bang bang and who sees what? There are people walking by you, going in, the odd person coming out, just kind of looking at you. But so far, until you
Public board.
You're saying
Yeah.
we're 12:30?
Yep. Because
it failed.
Oh, no, sorry. That's right. I'm thinking it was like, it's noon, you start. Mission failed. Dark's game over. Reboot. Sorry. It's still in the morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hangover is accounted for. Sleep until 8 a.m.,
That'll be like 8, 9, 10. No, by the time you guys get your butts out of bed, get going, he says you have till noon. He only gave you there always seems to be that like 2 to 3 hour tops kind of thing. Get hustling. So let's say, sorry, it's more like 10, 11. But still plenty of time. And you got here quick enough. You already got one down, right? Yep. It's not a big town. So
I will approach the bulletin board.
Okay.
We'll call it. And rip off everything else that's on it.
Oh, nice.
Just push it aside.
rip,
Well
rip,
played,
rip.
good sir.
Yeah. Rip, and then Anyway, Simri has the other set, the old used hammer and bent nails. And
There you
you've
go, Simmer. Post away.
Why, thank you. Could you hold this up?
Just picks her up like Tiny Tim and then holds the notice with the other one. Here you go.
Yep. So she'll begin to post it as high as she can reach.
Okay. So the Last Stand Tavern, colorful wooden shields and weathered antlers hang upon a deck that I described, girding around this rustic public house. Overhead, a sign carved with crenellations bears the name The Last Stand Tavern, with the letters L and T formed with painted green fletched arrows. Message board on the side, and you guys are already digging right into it. No stealth, so as you guys are hammering away, dunk, 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 some people come to the noise or somebody going by or, Anyway, you guys pretty much just get this done. Bang, 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 bang. Stand back, and that's a little crooked. Fix it. And out comes what looks to be the cook, possibly? Not sure. A large man, whiskers on his chin, mid-30s, a very large lip over protruding his bottom jaw, short, brownish red hair, and a large, dirty apron, a great big stewing pot full of chili under one arm.
21. Do I know him?
And a spoon. Yeah, this is Bolgart Kagan. And someone obviously told him in the kitchen what you guys were doing, because he comes racing through the doors and says, "Hey, what are you doing?" And looks at the mess of the papers, everything. "Who are you? What are you doing here, tavern? You're supposed to contact the owner. That's me."
Do you want to handle this guy or shall I?
Just look at this dude like, what?
Armor Bob here.
Well, we are now contacting you. The Baron has ordered us to paste this notice for all to see, and that is what we've done.
Okay. Let me show you who you're facing off with here. There you go. There's Bolgart Klagan,
Oh my god.
Oh, it's great. He's got the shock of reddish brown hair, if not mostly red. A great big turned up almost piggish nose, tiny little pointed ears, big brown eyes, bushy brows, and just sort of has that Gomer bottom lip sucking over top with a great big overlip bite, that type of thing. Little bit of scraggle on the chin.
Dude looks like he was conceived by Matt Groening. Rocking that Simpsons overbite.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? Sorry,
Bolgart, but we're in a bit of a rush.
Oh no! You can't just look. Everyone's allowed to post here, and you didn't even contact me. And he's waving the spoon around. And he's getting pissy.
Can you read, sir?
So he squints at you. He goes over and he reads the proclamation. Curfew! Looks at you guys, and his eyes just like practically go red. Curfew! Now, can I have an intelligence check, ladies and gentlemen, from the two players on hand?
I already know where this is going.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you care to elaborate, go ahead.
Well, he runs a tavern, and curfew means no late night drinking.
That's right. Like, my patrons will be cut in half if no one, okay, 8 o'clock, bye, dinner's done, no drinking all night. What? So obviously, the upsetness of said tavern owner goes up a couple of notches. He becomes furious as you guys realize that, this is really going to cut into, and I'll just read it in third person here for the DM. He colorfully demands that you take your ridiculous decree and return it to the Archbaron for revision, among a lot of other less polite suggestions. What do you do?
Well, after we obviously both have failed our intelligence checks.
As players, we're smart. As characters,
Characters were dumb right now. I got
yeah.
5.
I got a 1.
Just to be clear, like a player can always play their character, right? And leaning and asking for intelligence rolls is just a nice game mechanic in case a person is, something I can boost with from the inside. Getting back to Matt, who definitely knows his way around carpentry, I was just being a dick. But he was pretty cool about me making the house builder. So you got this dancing hammer and nail, huh? Show off. Okay, give me an intelligence check. And he's like 8. And he's like, oh, that's fine. So a little personal fun for those who listen to most of our shows and figure it out half of what of us do for a living. Sorry, getting back to the matter at hand. So Simmery and Tithe stand upon a large deck with a man with a chili pot waving a spoon who's furious now and telling what you can do with your thing. What do you guys do?
She's getting a bit tired, but she'll try the same bluff she did earlier. The Baron is nervous. The town needs to lock down. We need to be careful. Do you not care about the safety of your patrons? But you can tell she's starting to get annoyed and getting close to just pulling out daggers and waving them. But she'll try to bluff her butt with a 16.
Okay. Well, for flavor, since you said your frustration is coming through, we'll give you a -2 on that, and your 16 is a 14. No. He demands you get off my porch and get out of my sight. Get. What do you do? The nice man's asking you to leave. Post haste.
Simri will take out one of her daggers and embed it into the post and says, this will stay and you will obey it.
Oh, nice. I'm just going to ask for intimidation because that just made me flinch. That's fine. Like she just whips out the dagger, she jams it at like both the big man and the tiefling all kind of like wince like.
14.
Like, and
Can you back me up here? Look real intimidating behind me.
14's not bad. Actually, you know what? Since because you guys didn't see Joe's face, like he jumped like I did because the camera is pulled to whoever's speaking, so we can see all of each other. You guys can only see who's talking at the time. But yeah, Joe and I both went. That's why I said the tiefling did that. So I believe Mr. Tiefling, your reaction, or if you watched a comment as well, it's definitely worth an intimidation aid if you wish, sir.
Intimidation aid, sure.
Yeah,
I will do that.
All right.
With a 22.
Oh yeah. Untwist a horn and stick it in there too, or just you're.
No, just stand crossed-armed.
Yep.
Do the.
Let's stay in.
Listen to the little woman.
All right. Since the little woman pulled a dagger, crossed in front of me to make a point, we'll say that you are the closest player, Alex. In a moment of blind anger, he dips his spoon into the chili and flings it at you. Right in the face.
Food fight.
Yeah. And
It's better than shit.
He actually...
Not true.
Tragic backstory cutscene of Simri's childhood coming shortly, right?
Eaten out of the tannery because she didn't want to do it.
Matrix catch it in your mouth and then thank him.
He hits you square in the face with this stuff, and I need a reflex save so it doesn't go in your eyes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it spicy chili?
It is.
Oh, shit.
DC 10. It's pretty easy to Oh.
10.
It hits you right in the face across the brow, and you can smell the spice, and you quickly, shake your head and wipe your eyes so it doesn't flick in. Otherwise, this stuff is so spicy, it would have blinded you for several rounds as it stings your eyes. But you're good. And now...
Combat.
Well... Anyway, he flings the chili, hits her right in the face, right? You know, there's a crowd at the window at this point. You get like a dozen patrons watching, you know, and they're like, she stabs, and they all go, ooh, and he flings the chili in her face, and they all go, oh, you know, kind of stuff. But he doesn't pursue the attack. Like, he doesn't press it. He flings it in her face and just yeah, you know, like there's that, and he seems to calm down a little bit. He's still furious, but, you know, there's that kind of stop type of thing.
How large is this man?
He's a big dude. The guy's easily like 300 pounds, 280, 300 pounds. 5'11". Like, instead of like leaving the chili pot and bringing a spoon, the guy's carrying an entire chili pot that feeds a tavern under one arm like it's nothing. What do you guys want to do? There's that big tense
So
moment.
many ideas are going through my head.
What do you guys want to do? There's that tense moment, you know, but like I said, he does seem to like the action. He's not still in a blind rage and digs more for more chili. There is that sort of moment of, yeah, like, you know, win for me. You'll leave now kind of satisfaction on his face. Simri is wiping the chili from her eyes. Everyone's watching. What do you two do?
My first instinct is to grab the pot of chili.
So I'm going to cue the combat music then, shall I?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, no kidding, eh? Like, da, 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 da. All right. So, pulling up a token so you can actually see your opponent on the board here. All right, we'll say tavern. Let's see if I can't get someone, an appropriate looking person for you to go to town. Can I have initiative from the two of you, please? I'm going to make this a little bigger, and you can see all the action.
Now I roll well.
That's right.
You're doing fine.
Yeah, with my 19.
18 for me.
Come on. Bob the bartender. You know, I gotta have something here. All kinds of horrible creatures pop up. Tonight's sponsor, Devon Knight Minis. And of course, Fantasy Grounds. Thanks to both. I just still having trouble, even after all this time. So easy to use, and yet I just seem to fumble my way through. What would you call it? Commoner? Commoners. Huh?
Sure. Or you just call it cook.
Yeah. Well, I've been actually uploading, like, one of the cool things about Fantasy Grounds is you can make your own adventure, and I've been cutting and pasting from PDFs instead of, like, because they don't have this to purchase yet. And I didn't realize how lazy I got with the other adventures where I just bought them and they're all ready to go, and it's like I'm prepping this stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, what a great map. Too bad there's no minis on it yet. Oops. There we go. So here we go, Bob, with his big pot of chili. I know it's a plate, but that'll do.
Yep.
Standing before you, okay. Tice stand back. Simri came over and hit the post, you know, and Buddy flings his chili, so here we are. And for him, oh, there goes my dice flying across the table. Yeah. With my official Hell's Vengeance dice, rolling a 16. But you know what? Even if my bonus beats you guys, like I said, he's holding to wait to see you guys what you guys do. So you guys got 18 and what?
19.
Okay, so starting with Simmery. Everyone sees what's going on, waits for her reaction as she wipes her eyes, and Simmery does what?
She'll wipe some off her face, lick her fingers, and go, still bland.
We just insult the chili.
And then wait for Tyth if he wants to do it.
Okay.
She can kind of tell he's about to, so it's like...
Can I have an intimidation check for possible, you know how you can demoralize a foe in combat with Intimidate? I mean, you are insulting a man's chili, so...
Psychological damage.
Yeah. No, seriously. Like,
13.
Give him the debuff, right? Seriously, you give him the debuff, right? All right. So with my actual bonus, like I said, he is sitting pretty. I don't see my... There it is, +1. Okay, so I got 17. So it is you two. So you say, you do. Can I have... I believe it's willpower, right? What's your intimidate? Oh, no, your intimidate against my DC. So 13?
Me.
Okay. Yeah. You're cutting little words. Oh! Just... And now it's Ty's turn.
All right. So let's see. Close. Free action. Since we're in combat.
Okay.
You're allowed to speak quickly. Free
Sure, what do you
action.
got?
Dear kind sir. You have attacked an agent of your lord. According to the writ you just read. Prepare to be prosecuted. I'll grab the pot of chili. Or try to grab the pot of chili, I should say.
Okay.
Oh, this is first ed, so you guys got to walk me through it. It's been a while.
Combat maneuver check, CMB.
CAB, okay.
Yep. You take a 5-foot step forward
21.
Ooh,
And-
nice.
and snatch the chili, or try to. I check my CMD, or my combat maneuver defense, which is 17. So you just prepare to be, and you just like yank the chili bowl pot from his hand.
And dump it on.
Oh, okay. Technically that's like 2 attacks.
Okay, fine. I'll
So-
grab his chili.
Yep. You move up, you grab his chili and hoist it in the air, you know. What comes next probably looks obvious. Okay. Now he was waiting to see, you know, because he wants you guys to leave. Get off my porch, flings the chili, right? You guys cutting words, grab my chili like you're going to dump it on me, like the ice cooler challenge, right? So he, without thinking, right, moves
Surrenders.
moves back. He moves back, but not a withdrawal, and provokes attack of opportunity while doing so. The man starts shaking with rage and snorting, and it's like he's having some kind of fit, but he's trying to hold himself down. And in this distracted, shall we say, state of mind, he just kind of, you know, stumbles backward at the crappy chili. You take it from him. You're doing the prepare to be punished kind of thing, and he provokes attack of opportunity. So if you want to dump that chili,
Sure.
Okay.
I will try. And I'm doing that how?
another CMB, another, you know,
Oh, okay. That's nice and easy.
you're sloshing.
17.
Okay. He steps back, so you can't just dump it over his head. You just kind of upend the pot and do the sloosh, right? You know. And with an AC of touch AC, because you're basically just trying to hit the target, right? Of 11, the dude gets covered from chest to brow in stinging hot chili, as Garion and our Oracle come into view. there they are.
Garion, you're just in time for lunch.
Punch! Just goes clopping up the stairs.
Okay.
Chili coated half orc right there, buddy. Munch away.
He's not a half orc. Anyway, here, put you on the
Fooled
path.
me.
Put you on the path
Striking
here, boy.
resemblance to Shrek. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, really, eh? Shrek, if Shrek and Simpsons had a baby. So, back to Simri, who takes a moment to call to her comrade. You two roll for initiative, please.
Okay.
And we will pan out a little bit to show the boys.
Garion got a 19 for initiative.
Very nice.
Food is a motivator.
Simri, what is your dexterity? Garion, what is your dexterity?
Garion's dex is, I think, not amazing. 11.
Okay. So tying with Simri. We'll just say that
16.
yeah, it's automatically put her first in the two of you.
Yep.
Okay, so Simri, you guys are calling to each other. Garion wants to close the gap.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 30 feet to the bottom of the stairs.
All right. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yep.
He'll double move 35, 40.
Okay, at the top of the stairs on the actual landing stands Teeth with an empty pot of chili. Double move, moving through friendly. I don't know, Tithe, are you friendly with this? You let him in?
Yeah, with the really large man. Yeah.
Well, you didn't do the first mission where there's no guarantee where your loyalties lie. It might be with the
Did
church.
the second.
Yeah. Church, then state, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah,
checking.
so he just double moves right to there.
Okay. So you just roll right up on the guy, get in his face.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, yeah, there's obviously a pot of chili involved. He demands answers.
All right.
Where's Bull?
Food waster.
Know my wrath, right? All right. The man just, as a move action, I, try to clean this from myself. I'll make my own reflex save to see, if you got me. 16. So yeah, you snatched it from me, you hoisted, and he did manage to kind of get the arm up to shield the eyes. Now he's covered with it. Brings the arm down, covered in chili, and you've got that sort of raccoon stripe where there's chili above his forehead dripping down, and there's like from his nose down, it's covered chili to his chest, and he just kind of takes a move action to wipe the top part. So he's covered in chili from the nose down. Move action to clean his forehead. And again, this Garion, you have a look at this guy. His beady eyes are practically red. They're so brown. Maybe it's an effect of his red hair. And he's sputtering and snorting in rage. And the guy is just looking like he's not in control of himself, let alone going to lose his shit on you guys. And we will see you next time on the Foul Play Podcast.
Woo!
Say goodnight, Tithe.
Good night, everyone.